Download. Okay. Hello everyone. Hello, how are you, everyone? This is welcome to Hello Founders and Entrepreneurs. How are you doing? I know it's Friday, and it's almost weekend. Well, welcome to Founders Playground in 13 minutes play talk. Well, actually, this is our first session. And thank you. We really appreciate for you to be here with us today. And I believe that you guys are already, ready to have fun. I see there's a lot of people here already to join us. And yeah, just hi Lynn, hi everyone, hi Zandy, hi Kun, hi Zen, hi Caroline, hi Jonathan, hi Nabila, Nessie, Novita, Poppy, and everyone who are now watching us from YouTube. And welcome. We are going to start. This is our first session, and we are going to start with entrepreneurs mindset. But before that, I would like to explain to you guys why we are creating this founders playground. Well, we all know that as the pandemic has swept over the world in the recent years, so we know building startups has become a remaining challenge for its founders. Yeah, actually, because I'm also the founder, so I know how it feels. And many of them, have a limited access, knowledge, and also resources in developing the business, and then of course, in getting funding. Thus, as Tambo, Ekipa, and also Amiga collaborating in initiating the Founders Playground, a playground for entrepreneurs and founders with a fun and entertaining approach. So we want to make it very casual for you guys, very open. You can have you can ask anything, and then if you have a suggestion or maybe inputs for you guys, if you have an idea in the future, maybe you can directly drop our message to our Instagram, or maybe directly drop a message to me directly, and it's okay. For example, if you have an idea, hey Ade, why don't we create this kind of event? It would be very great, and it help us grow this community. So we also that's why we are creating the Founders Playground, a playground for entrepreneurs and founders. And we believe, why playground? Because we believe that when you do what you love, it's all become fun. Even work is become fun. Everything is become fun. And we inject the word play. Why? Because we believe that play ignites creativity, collaboration, inspiration, and makes you think out of the box. So we have this in this Founders Playground. You will be able to have fun in networking, and then collaborate, get inspired, get a chance to pitch to investors. And this event will be online full. Because we all know that pandemic is still here, not over yet. I wish it's over. It will be over soon, and this Founders Playground will be from today up until next week, 3 to 9 December. So our highlight program is that the first program, we have 13 minutes play talk. And then we have, after this, we are continue to do the Founders Play Date, and also the speed hustling for next week. We are also preparing our upcoming program, Youthpreneur Challenge, and also the networking play chat. So stay tuned for you. If you haven't followed our Instagram from foundersplayground.id, just follow our Instagram, and then we will keep you posted with we will share you a lot of progress and also informations. So next week we will have a pitching session called Speed Hustling. So for you guys who already in the group, WhatsApp group, our group chat with participating investor, we have Aksara Ventures, we have Bali Investment Club, we have Gaio Ventures, we have Genesia Ventures, Indogen Capital, Spiral Ventures, and of course, venture capital. And if you want to know who is each of investor, stay tuned in our Instagram. We will share you what is each investor what is their concentration, in what series are they, whether they are concentrating in super early stage startup, and a lot of information about them. And hi, Poppy, thank you for your question. How can I join your WhatsApp group? Yes, you can join maybe after this. But right now we have this group for the speech hustling, and we will invite you after that. Okay. And then we also would like to say thank you for Zendit and AWS Activate as our speed hustling sponsors. And we are happy to announce that for you guys who already signed up for speed hustling and join the pitch, we will also give you a credit from Zendit, waiver fee up to 500 million rupiah, and also AWS credit up to $10 per $1,000 per startups. $10 is not enough. Okay, and we also would like to say thank you for our community partner, Agile Circles, of course, Cakruk Indonesia, Founders Life Indonesia, Block 71, Cubic, Palembang Digital, Sumsel Startup Founders, and also Fujitsu James Indonesia alumni. And also we would like to say thank you as well for our startup and corporate partner, Telkom Indonesia, Right Partners, and FUM, Yuna & Co, Fitloop, EduCourse, and also Buka PO. This event is also proudly by us, Tambo, Ekipa, and Amiga. So what are we waiting for now? Let's have fun. But I have this, I hope you guys don't mind if a lot of questions. Hi, Lynn. Nice to know you, and welcome to our community. How do I invite other VCs from Taiwan and other founders to watch the speed hustling? Lynn, for other VCs, I think we can discuss after this speed hustling. We can arrange something in the future. It would be great, and to have a further collaboration. And okay, now I would like to to start the session. We are today, the first session is our entrepreneur mindset. So I would like to have Fitri, my best friend, and also my, this lady is very inspiring because she just received an awards from our ministry, Kemenperin, in industrial ministry, for her startups. And also now it's a perfect day to ask her what is the awards, and also what is, how is the journey when, to get that award, because this is very prestigious awards. So I would like to call Fitri. Can you come up here, and don't be shy, turn on your camera. Where is Fitri? Fit, are you there? Fitri? Okay, maybe she's still.
Hi, Ade. Sorry.
There you are. Hey, Fit. So, congratulations, by the way. Congratulations for the awards. Can you tell us, everybody here is like really curious to know about, what award is that?
Okay, so that's award. It's for the startups with help small medium for the transformation technology 4.0 or something like that tadi. So the Kemenperin is choose I think 7 startup. I think I forget it's 7 or 16. Okay, yes. 7 startup which help small medium. Ya. Ya. Jadi dari 800 startup, dari 800 kita kurasi dan kita ada 7 startup yang memang helping small medium, and then we got the achievement.
So from 800 startups across Indonesia.
Across Indonesia, and then we got that to help.
And then you are one of them. Oh my God, we are very lucky to have her here today. Oh my God. So,
okay.
So, and our topic for today, because Hugo is a little bit running late, so we want. But before into the, we discuss about the entrepreneur mindset. Can you tell me, tell us here about the journey, maybe like the first time you decided to do the startups, to pursue, to become a founder, startup founders. Can you tell us the journey and also a little bit the story of Amiga?
So it's okay I use bahasa or I think it's Indonesian here, right?
Okay.
Okay. So why sebenarnya teman-teman ini dimulai dari nanti kita akan bahas tentang growth mindset ya. Jadi saat memang ada di posisi zona nyaman lo dulu teman-teman, saya kerja, saya dapat gaji yang cukup besar di situ, tapi ada mimpi ya nggak sih? Ada mimpi kayaknya kita bisa ngelakuin sesuatu deh, dan akhirnya dari situ kita ya udah let's bikin deh, aku resign dan aku bikin Amiga di situ. Amiga apa? Amiga ya sebenarnya kalau produk sendiri yang kemarin menang adalah kita aplikasi untuk membantu IKM dan UKM untuk melakukan pencatatan keuangan, administrasi, yang dimana itu terintegrasi dengan WhatsApp atau chatbot. Oh, I can understand Lynn. Okay, I'm sorry, then I will use English. So I start Amiga, I think 2019. But
2019.
Yeah, I started. But I think
way before COVID strikes.
Before COVID. But yeah, under COVID, I resigned from Ekipa, last time I work with Hugo, but okay, I think I need focus to my own business. I think I need to focus my own business, and then I start Amiga. And it's not easy, by the way, guys, to start your startup because there's so many challenges, that, okay, I don't have money, what should we do? Okay, how about the market? And then blah, blah, blah. But if you trust your dream, if you trust that you can make an impact for everyone, then start. Because idea or dream, it's just you need one step to start that, to start everything. That's the challenge, because maybe a lot of people have dream, right? A lot of people that I want to be a startup founder, but a lot of people forget, okay, but I still need money, then I'm working and blah, 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 and forget to start to reach your dream. I think that's the important thing, yeah. Execution. You need to start. Yeah, that's for me.
Oh my God. It's a simple words to say, but it's a very challenging things to do. You need to start. Okay, let's start. But the execution is the only thing that matters. Not the only thing, but it's also the things that matter is your execution, right?
Yeah.
So Fitri, in this, thank you for your explanation, and it's quite inspiring for us, from 800 startups to 7, and then you're the one of them, and I know you. Oh my God. And yeah, it's quite inspiring for us, to keep going in this startup world. I know it's not easy and it's challenging, and everybody has their own challenge, but I believe that's why we are here today, because we want to to talk to each other, discuss to each other, and then give feedbacks, share insight, share the experience, and also collaborate each other in the future. So
Yes.
you guys, one more thing, if you have things to collaborate, please, we are very open for everybody who wants to collaborate with us. Please do drop us an email, or a message, or message me directly. That would be great. So now we are going to talk about the entrepreneur's mindset.
Okay.
So the rule of the game in this 13 minutes play talk is that we are, the concept of this 13 minutes play talk is kind of slightly different with this, what you normally attend, like webinars or something, that because in this 13 minutes play talk, we bring two speakers from different perspectives, and we challenge them to share the knowledge about the subject in 13 minutes only. So I will put my timer in 13 minutes, and you have 13 minutes. And then after that, I hope Hugo can join us already. And then it's Hugo's turn to share the 13 minutes sharing knowledge, and then after that we are going to do the Q&A, both from the audience and also for us. From us, we also already have several questions for you and Hugo. So are you ready, Fitri?
Okay, wait. Before that, Ade, I want to introduce you something. Now I'm on the offline training, so you can see the participant in here. Wait, yeah, let me show you something, guys. So it's not only 20 people in here, but we have like 20 people also offline watching us.
Wow!
So,
Hi!
hi.
Oh my God, that guy. Hey guys, everybody. That guy with the blue shirt going to be your investors.
Yes, that guys can be your investor, guys.
Yeah, he has tons of money, so be nice to him. Okay, so
so I will share. Okay, so I only have 13 minutes, right?
yeah.
Okay. So I will only share 2 slides in here. Okay.
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 Go.
Okay. So guys. So if we are talking about entrepreneur, it's like a simple like change mindset from impossible into I'm possible, into from the I think I cannot do it to I think I can do it. That's about entrepreneurs mindset. Start from this thing. Start from some things that it's impossible for me into that I'm possible to do that. Okay. And then this is also you need to change, guys, from the sometimes we are thinking that okay, my achievement is only from Thailand, only from I think my IQ is good, or I think I'm lucky, or your achievement is like okay, this is I think I'm willing to fail. It's okay if I'm wrong. Yeah, that's you can thinking about that, guys. So you can just thinking now, what is my achievement? Is that only because of I'm lucky, or because I have a high IQ, or I can just, okay, it's okay lah if I fail, and yeah, we can do anything later. Then the second thing, which is important if you want to start to be entrepreneur, is you need to change your mindset from fixed mindset to growth mindset. It's like, for example, yeah, sometimes people just, they ignore useful feedback. You need to change. You need to change your mindset of, okay, I want to learn. But the people in the fixed mindset, it's only negative thing they have in their mindset. And then we need to change that before you want to be, okay, I want to be entrepreneur. But the first step, the first starting point you need to start is you need to change your mindset from fixed mindset to growth mindset. And then this is like the example, I show you the example of the fixed mindset, for example. And then when somebody give you feedback, or when somebody give you some information, sometimes you, oh, I already know it all. Okay, I think no, because I know everything. But if you have growth mindset, you will just, okay, I can learn from this. I love to learn from others. The next thing, you need to see if you always like, I think I cannot change how smart when I was born. Because yeah, it's me. You need to, yeah, it's me. I don't want change. Because yeah, it's me. Yeah, that's usually the fixed mindset will say it. But if you grow mindset, you can just, okay, I think I can work hard to get better at something. I think I can change anything. Okay, this is the opportunities. Okay, this is the challenge. Okay, I can do that. And then people with fixed mindset, usually they will give up easily, And then people with fixed mindset, they will avoid the mistakes and then the failure. But if you have growth mindset, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay if you did the mistakes, but use that you can learning from that. And then mistakes are learning opportunities. You need to doing that. And then the next one, usually people with the fixed mindset is like, they don't like if the other is success, If you success, I will fear, oh my God, I will looking for like, she's wrong, he's wrong. But if you growth mindset, I think if you success and then if the other success, you will be happy from them, and then you will learn from them. And then if you success, you can inspire the other. And then I think the most important from that, you want to like, I want to be challenged. Challenge me, give me feedback. I will try everything, but sometimes, yeah, people don't like that, Especially in Indonesian, guys. If you hear Indonesian, and then some people that afraid to try something new. Some people is like, no, I comfortable in here, or zona nyaman, yeah, if in bahasa. Is zona nyaman is, oh my God, is comfortable zone is, no, I don't want to change. So growth mindset is the first step you need to have before you want to start your journey as an entrepreneur. Because why? Because if you like, Fit, I have dream to be a startup founder, then yeah, you need to have this mindset. Why? Because people will say, I don't like you. People will say, okay, I think your product is not good. Are you ready for that? That's also the question for you. Are you ready to keep learning from others? Are you ready to learning from your mistakes? Yeah, that's all about growth mindset. So from me now is I just want to talk about mindset. I just want to share with you about what is your challenge now, and then what should we do fit, something like that. So it's only, I think it's less than 30 minutes, like I talk about this. But what I want is let's discuss more, and then I think that's enough for me. Yeah, let's talk about fixed mindset and growth mindset. Yeah, that's I did, and then I think I'm still doing that, guys, because have a startups, and then when your startups is going big, then the problem is also will going big, guys. Okay, how much time I have? It's only 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. I think that's enough for me. Ade.
Wow, I'm listening. Okay. So when your startup is getting big, and then having the right mindset is, it's endless, I guess, because I don't know if I'm the one who's think about it, but I think that for some founders, what happened with some founders when their startups is getting big, they are stopped to listen. I mean, like, they don't want to listen what others, what the mentors say, and then they just keep going. What do you think about it?
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about for the startup founders, when the startup is getting big, some of the founders tend to stop listen. I mean, like, tend to stop having a fixed growth mindset, and then they become like going back to have a fixed mindset, right? So what do you think about it?
I think it's will be like kalau bahasa Indonesia ya, sorry, nggak akan lama lagi teh. Because if you have fixed mindset, then you will like defense when the market is changed. When the market is changed, but if you have fixed mindset, no, my product is good now, I'm getting bigger. But who knows? Now we are on the VUCA era, I think. Anything can be, we cannot control this, guys. Anything will be ambiguity is there, volatility is there, uncertainty is also is there. And then if you still have fixed mindset, then I think your business will be not die. Yeah, it's like, okay, because you here, and then the market is okay like this, but you still keep this, and then in the end of time, even the competitor will coming, but your team is also will okay. I think your business will be will be
declining. Will be declining, and then after that, if in al Muslim sake, wabila taufik wal hidayah, wassalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, then okay, thank you. And now we have Hugo is here. Hey guys, please welcome Hugo. Hi Hugo, how are you? How was Bali?
Yeah, Bali is okay. I'm good. I was just trying to be growth mindset and find a new connection because my 4G is not good here. I just got on the Wi-Fi, so I hope now it works.
Yeah, it works. I can see you perfectly.
Very good.
So
I needed
Hugo,
some. Yeah.
So we already opened this session because this is our first session, right? So a lot of questions coming in already, and then yeah, it's more to a discussion. So it's I also say that if everybody here wants to collaborate with three of us and with Founders Playground, we are open, and we already have in just 30 minutes we already have two person want to collaborate with us. That was very great, and I'm so happy to hear it. And also now Fitri is already share her 13 minutes.
I think she spent more, more than 13. Huh?
No, Hugo. Oh my God, I spent less than 13.
So you have the coconut there, or I thought you drink coconut.
No, I just got some juice here. You can't see it, right? No.
I cannot because it's green.
Yeah.
It's yellow too. Okay.
So I'm actually at a startup, the Bali Startup Summit, and just had a discussion with people in a big room. So just came out of it, and they gave me some drinks.
Okay. Okay. Now it's but before you share your 13 minutes, I would like to ask you a few questions. Not few, maybe one question.
Okay.
You know, guys, it's also, we are also honored to have Hugo here because he's a very busy person, and Hugo is quite big names in the agile world, agile mindset world. So because I also like learning and also find out learn more about the agile mindset, but we won't talk about that first. But also Hugo, what now you are, now you are one of the respectful figure in the coach, like one of the respectful coach, and also about agile mindset and everything. And then I just want to ask you on why do you pick that what you did right now, why you decide to pursue that what you did right now?
Okay. The why is always an important question. Well, the first company like the company I have since 2005 is a software development company. So it's called Bridge Global, and most of our people are in India. And I had a lot of experience with how to not do development if you have people across the globe, right, working remotely, because the clients that I had were in Holland and in Sweden, and then all the development was taking place in India. So I had a lot of experience with managing remote teams offshore and also with agile. And in 2015 I thought it's time to step aside, so I empowered my leadership team to run the company without me being operationally involved. And then I moved to Bali together with my family. And because I had this positive experience using Agile and Scrum to make the collaboration with clients remotely work better, my initial idea was to start something around distributed Agile. Because in Europe at that time, like 5-6 years ago, Agile was already very popular. Many conferences were happening. Many people were training their staff in Scrum and using Agile. And I thought that in Indonesia would be the same, but it wasn't. So when I did my first trial my first trial was to go to a conference in Jakarta organized by an Indian guy in the Ritz-Carlton in Mega Kuningan, where he introduced Agile and Scrum. And my talk was about distributed Agile. And people were really confused because the basic questions were, what is Scrum and what is Agile? So I figured that, I should actually take a step back and start training people in that to answer those questions. So I started with Scrum, Agile, and over the last 5 years, it's grown on me. So if you ask me now why I do what I do, it's because I think Agile helps companies, be it a startup that is trying to grow into a bigger company or a big company that tries to become a smaller company, essentially, because the big corporations go Agile because they want to be more like startups. The essential ingredient is entrepreneurship for me. So we have in Ekipa, we have three main beliefs or three pillars that we try to bring. It's entrepreneurship, self-organization, and then a balanced workplace. So those are the three things that I bring, and that also motivate me to do what I do. So that's kind of the why I do this. But for me personally, this entrepreneurial angle is actually the most important and inspiring thing, because I see myself as an entrepreneur, and whenever I can inspire and help other companies or other people to start something, to change something, to become more entrepreneurial, that's where my heart lies.
Wow. Oh my God. So yeah, I read that you have like a lot of experience, and I'm so happy that there's still a person like you who wants to dedicate yourself and your knowledge to develop the entrepreneurs and also to build the ecosystem in this country. And of course, now it's the time to have your 13 minutes. Now you can start. The screen is yours.
Wait, let me share my slide. One that Fitri beautifully made for me.
Oh my God.
Well, she made it look good. Mine was ugly.
So, we use some slide. You can start from the yang nomor 7 tuh, Hugo.
7? This one,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't even know if I need 30 minutes, but let's see. I already gave a short introduction about myself because of the question of Ade, so let's go straight into this. So if you talk about entrepreneurial mindset, for me, these are the things that entrepreneurs do. And for me, the book that you're looking at the left side, Richard Branson's first book, Screw It, Let's Do It, is one of the most entrepreneurial books I've ever read. If you haven't read it and you have entrepreneurial aspirations, I think you should read it. One of the things that I remember he describes, and it fits with this slide deck, is that in his earlier on in his career, he wanted to buy an island, Necker Island, and he didn't have the money yet. And the people that wanted to sell the island asked, I think, 300,000 pounds at that time, because he's a British guy. And one of his ideas or beliefs that drove him to grow all his companies is that if you want something like that, you just need to buy the island and then figure out how to pay for it later on. And that's what he did. And apparently that worked out. So in his book, he also describes how he uses that more often. And I think that's a very strong belief, right? So if you want to go for something, you need to think, screw it, let's do it, even if it means that you buy something upfront while you don't have the money and then figure out how to get the money later on. And I think this confuses people oftentimes, right? Because you think about, okay, I start a new product or a new service, and you find all kinds of things that will block you, that are reasons to not do it. Well, it's better to think about the things that can work and just do it. And I've also learned that oftentimes, for example, if you sell your new product or service to somebody, or if you buy an island, which I don't recommend necessarily, but if you sell your product early on and don't think too much about how am I going to deliver this, it means you have tested whether people need your product, you go out and move things. And then once you've signed a contract with a client, you can figure out how you're going to deliver on the service or the product that you promised to the client. So I think this mindset helps to get out of your comfort zone and to push yourself forwards, especially in the beginning. Now, a few more things that I have written here is on the question, what does an entrepreneur do? For me, the first one is entrepreneurs break the rules. And I oftentimes have discussions with people about what this implies. It does not mean that you need to do stuff which get you into prison, but it does mean that you have to push for some boundaries. So if you're working in a company, for example, and there's many rules and regulations that withhold you or hold you back from starting your new product or service, then sometimes it's okay to break them, because that pushes the boundaries and you can find a breakthrough. And oftentimes, if you launch a new product and you want to stay within the regulations of the government and play everything by the rules that are there, you don't get there. right? And those rules might be rules, government rules, it might be company rules, but sometimes it's also society rules or things that you've been raised with or that are sort of normal to do in, for example, Indonesia. But I think if you push yourself to break some of those rules, you will find breakthroughs for your company more easily. So I think entrepreneurs need to be audacious and push for those boundaries and break some rules. I think the second one is you have to own what you work on, right? If you work for a boss, you can just come to your office in the morning and then wait for your boss to tell you what to do. And then you start doing what your boss told you. And at the end of the day, if you did it well, then your boss will say, thank you for doing it. And you go home and you don't have to think about it anymore. And that's very comfortable. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, that boss is suddenly gone, right? So you have to tell yourself what you're going to do, and you have to be responsible from beginning to end for what you're working on. So this sense of ownership is very important in being an entrepreneur. And I think it's about making sure that any problem that appears or any monkey, I always call it monkeys. So monkeys for me represent problems that need to be fixed or things that need to be done. So you own the monkeys and you need to make sure that you don't leave any monkeys on the ground or in the tree where they're swinging around. You need to make sure that those monkeys are taken and then fixed and solved so that you can move to the next, because entrepreneurship is about solving problems. If you start something new, then you, as Fitri said, you get people that say you can't do it, it's not going to work, and there's a lot of forces working against you. And I always think entrepreneurship is kind of going from one problem to the next, right? It's continuously bumping into a next problem, having to solve that, and once you solve it, you go to the next, right? If you're an employee, you have less of that because many problems are not yours. Many monkeys and issues are with somebody else, and you don't need to touch that. But if you're running your own company, especially in the early days, every problem is yours. So you need to own and keep fixing those problems. I think an entrepreneur also imagines the impossible. You have to be a bit crazy, especially if you want to grow a big startup. If you want to break, you want to create the next Facebook or the next Airbnb, then you need to imagine something which isn't there yet. If you start selling, let's say I have juice here, if you start selling guava juice in a shop, it's fairly easy. You don't have to have that much imagination. But if you want to start something that can become big and has a breakthrough, you need to imagine stuff that's not there yet. So you need to look far ahead. Think about, for example, right now, think about what can NFT technology do in the future? How can I build something on that? How can artificial intelligence play a role and build technology, build based on that technology? So you need to look farther out and start imagining the impossible. The fourth one is related to those problems, right? So I personally, when people come to me and say all kinds of things for like see things as problems or things that are not possible or could be a blocker for the idea that I come up with, I never understand that, because problems are actually challenges. And if you imagine things that cannot be done or that might block your success, then those are actually challenges again. You have to solve problems. You need to get out of bed every day to solve those problems. And although sometimes they suck, when you get a lawsuit or people don't pay your invoices, that sucks. But again, it's a challenge. You have to see it kind of like a game and play with that, so that, or like a dance. It's like dancing. You keep changing. You keep trying to solve those problems and embrace them instead of having them stop you. The fifth one I always have in mind is,
Hello, Hugo.
Hugo, I think we lost you. You're freeze. You're freeze. Freeze.
Yeah, freeze. Yeah, I think the connection is.
Yeah. But the good thing is freezing in the smiling.
Yes, that's a good thing. Always ask why. I think that's good thing. I think there's connection with Hugo.
Yeah, I think Hugo's connection is bad. Well, while waiting for Hugo, then I would like to, ask you a question, Fit. Um, what are the things that you would tell your 20-year-old self, if you can go turn, that's Hugo.
Good.
Then,
Who
then,
that's Hugo?
Yeah, I
then we
was
can
just talking
continue.
about problem. I was just talking about problems, and then the connection drops.
Yes,
Um,
but the good thing when it freeze, then your face is smiling, so it's okay
oh,
for
that's good.
us.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm on 4G. I hope it will stay. Let's see what happens.
Mhm.
Let me try and get the presentation back. Okay. Yeah. So I was stuck at asking why. Yeah. So number 5 always ask why. So for me, this is about thinking, about patterns that people have, also certain rules that people have and habits, and wondering why is this the case, right? Because by asking questions, by asking why things are the way they are, you can also uncover solutions to problems. And this can be a great source of entrepreneurial ideas to start something, to remain curious about what's possible. So I think entrepreneurs don't take routines or things that have always been a certain way as for granted, but they try to challenge that and always wonder why are things the way they are. And this leads to business opportunities for companies. Oh. I think the sixth one I've already explained. Screw it, let's do it. That's the main thing. If you find all kinds of reasons, like I don't have an idea, or I don't have a founder, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough knowledge, as reasons to not do it, you will never move out of your comfort zone. So I think the main thing is to just screw it, let's do it, and start somewhere. Yeah. If you don't have an idea, you try to find one by talking to people. If you don't have founders, then you start alone. If you don't have money, you try to start as a service business. You don't need money. So there's many ways to just do it without telling yourself I cannot, or find reasons to not be able to do it. And then once you have overcome that, you have to never stop. That's also a key thing. I've learned that if you have this idea of I want to succeed as an entrepreneur, I want to make my startup work, and you just never ever stop, it will work. And again, you have a lot of setbacks, you have a lot of problems that will be there on the road. But if you keep your resourcefulness and try to find ways, over the problem, against the problem, destroy the problem, whatever it is, and you keep going, then eventually it will work. And I think that's the most important thing. So once you start and you gain momentum, you should just keep moving and never stop. I think I've finished my 13 minutes now.
Okay, thank you, Hugo, and thank you, Fitri. And then, okay, so I think I haven't read the book. Screw it, let's do it. But I really I already love the title of the book. So guys, if you have any questions, feel free to raise hand, or maybe like you want to type, you're too shy to say something, then you can type your questions in the chat column. And well, just now there is someone in the group says that finally I can listen to Hugo Messer live. Oh my God. You have a lot of fans.
I'm happy that somebody is happy to hear my story.
Okay, so but I have a question for you both, and I already asked Fitri, but Fitri hasn't answered, and so I think I can ask you both. What are the things? What are the things that you would tell your 20-year-old self if you can go back to the time? Then what will you say to your
Fitri is still 20, so she cannot answer.
Oh my God. Or maybe I revise the questions, maybe 15, not 20.
Yeah, remember I gave this question to you, and now I don't know the answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go. You answer first.
You answer first then. So
What
it's your
would I tell
homework.
my 20-year-old self?
Mhm.
So I think one is to start alone, because I started my first company before Bridge with 2 founders, and I learned at that time that it's very, very challenging to have co-founders. See, the thing that and the insight I have, which is what I would tell myself, is that yes, most very successful startups are founded by 2 or 3 founders. But that if you look at the research, there's always 2 or 3 people that start the high growth companies. But I also think that if you have co-founders, many startups fail because you have to spend a lot of energy in alignment and trying to get on the same page, and then doing the same effort, doing the same amount of work, making sure that the rules are clear. And there's so many things that you need to learn. So I think starting alone with something, let's say, fairly simple, maybe a smaller startup that can generate money but might not become the giant company if you stay alone. I think that helps a lot, because through that you learn a lot, and you need to rely on yourself. You learn how to push yourself, how to get things moving. And you could even, like, that's what I would tell myself, I could even get a co-founder later on once I've got the business running. So that's one thing I would tell myself. What would you tell
Nice.
yourself?
Me?
Fitri, what would you tell
Yeah.
yourself?
Yes. Keep your dreaming. Yeah. I just say, and then yeah. Sorry. There's background noise.
We don't hear you.
What I will start ya. What I will tell. Mungkin ya, Mbak Ade. It's probably no mungkin sih, but I will say that. Tetaplah bermimpi gitu, and then you need to be happy. That's because I think 20 tahun, saat aku 20 tahun itu masa yang paling sulit ya dalam hidup aku.
Oh my God.
Ya, itu masa benar-benar aku jadi employee guys ya, aku jadi karyawan gitu, dan I have dream, but oh my God, I think it's impossible to me for that. So I just walking from one company to the other company, and then just I think mimpi aku just diem dulu ya. Tapi mungkin yang aku bilang untuk Fitri di 20 tahun adalah ya teruskan mimpi kamu gitu, dan tetap happy dengan yang kamu ini, karena saat kamu percaya sesuatu, when you believe something, dan kamu akan bisa melakukan hal tersebut sih. Cukup yakin dan percaya bahwa you can reach your dream.
Wow, okay. So if I have the opportunity to say something to my 20-year-old self, then it will be have fun a little, Ade. Because I don't do, I work same with you. I work so hard. I worked I worked 3 jobs at that time. So I literally don't have a boyfriend at that time and don't have time to have fun. So Hugo, there's a questions. Hi, Hugo. As a business owner, we need to balance time, profit, and clients' work. What are your tips on keep moving forward with demanding client, or when to fire them instead? Oh my God. Okay, maybe you can you can give tips, but when to maybe a little tips to have polite fire.
Yeah, so great question. I think my first answer is that in building my business, I always have in mind this concept of working in the company versus working on the company. And this comes from a book. Again, I love reading books, and I get there's a few legendary books like Screw It, Let's Do It that I always refer to. And this one is from the E-Myth Revisited. It's also an old book from Michael Gerber. And what he says is, if you work in your business, you have basically, like as an entrepreneur, you have 3 roles, right? So you've got a technician role, you have the manager role, and then you've got your entrepreneur role. Now, the entrepreneur role is the one that looks ahead. You look into the future. So you think about strategies, what new businesses can you develop? How can you grow your company? Where do you find good people? The manager brings structure. So he brings processes. He makes sure that people understand what's expected. They checks the finance. And then the third one is the technician, which is the person doing the work. So Poppy, I don't know what work you're doing, but I'm assuming that you are still in the technician role. So you're servicing the clients by yourself. Now, if you have a service company and you service clients, sometimes you get clients that are a pain in the ass. And you need to see that as one of those problems that need to be solved. So I think if this client can help you to achieve your longer term goals, then I think you can try to find a way to continue working with the client. If the client is required to survive, like for you to survive because they provide a substantial part of your income, then I would also try to find ways to keep the client satisfied and have a conversation with that client to find a way to solve this and to service them anyway. But if it's none of those two and it's just a pain in the ass, it's easy, you just fire them. So I can't judge that because I don't know the context exactly. But I think that's, and another solution, of course, is to hire good people in your company that can make you as the entrepreneur work on the company and not in the company. So you basically find strong people that actually like working for this client who could make them happy, and you also get some happiness. I hope that helps as an answer. To be honest, in my first company, Bridge, we did software development, and I got a lot of clients that were really a pain in the ass, and some of them even ended up in lawsuits. But that was also because of the model we have, because we did fixed price software development. So I had a fixed deadline with fixed deliverables, and sometimes you just can't deliver because software development is challenging. And if you have a contract that says you have to deliver this by this date, in Holland, some clients are very nasty and they keep you to that and even get you to court if you don't deliver. So I've had that a few times, and that all actually made me realize I need to change my model. So no more fixed price, working the agile way and having a more open contract. But since I came to Indonesia with Ekipa, I never have this because the model is easier. If the client is not satisfied, our contracts are so flexible that they can just stop with us. And also because of the nature of the service, more consulting business, you always have conversations with them. So you can continuously steer it into a right direction and catch signals on what's going wrong. And I think that's also one of the keys to avoiding having client issues is always keep the conversation, always listen to them, always keep talking to them, so that if there is something that doesn't work as they expect, you can fix it early on. So you get the signals soon enough, not when it's too late.
Okay, thank you for the reminding to working on the business, not in the business. Okay, says William from Solusi Duka. And Poppy says, thank you for the answer. And so I have one last questions before I ask you the closing statement. So what our discussion is like having the right mindset, entrepreneur's mindset. But actually, what is the worst thing that could happen for the startup founders and entrepreneurs if they don't have the good, the right mindset?
Well, they don't start. That's the biggest issue with it. Like if you don't have the entrepreneur mindset, you just sit around and you don't start. That's the problem, right? So nothing will happen.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a very simple answer. So,
itu answer yang simple. Sama ada ini Mbak, but I will say it with bahasa ya. Jadi yang paling bahaya adalah saat perubahan yang terjadi di luar diri kita itu lebih cepat daripada perubahan yang terjadi di dalam diri kita. I think itu adalah akhir dari apapun, not only if you have business, but if you have as a people, kalau perubahan dalam diri kamu lebih lambat daripada perubahan yang ada terjadi di luar kamu, yaitu the end kamu gitu.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a nice, really nice quotes for today. So, yeah, thank you for your answer, both. But there's one questions. Hugo, what is this? Ah, Hugo, you know Fitri. There's this. This is actually questions, right? Hugo, you already know Fitri, but how can you still be friends even though you all each of you have your own business and even you still can collaborate? Yeah, that's the questions.
I don't understand either. No, so I think
what is the humorous, what is the secret recipe? Because this kind of thing is not happens to everyone, right? When they resign the company and then
so look,
buy and then yeah.
for me, it's actually very simple because Fitri was very open about starting something on the side, and we had conversations about this. And at a certain point, I told her that I think it's better for her also to go outside. She can focus on her startup because I am an entrepreneur, so I like people to start stuff. And Fitri's business is not competing at all with what we are doing, and we even hired her service to help us with the administration and the finance. What for me as an entrepreneur is actually a pain in the ass if people work in the business and then they go outside to start something which is competing with what I'm doing. You know, there's so many things that you can do in life. Why do exactly that thing that you did in your old company? That type of employee that goes, I will not work with. But in Fitri's case, I encourage her and I would help her anyway in whatever context to make her succeed, because why not? I mean, I think entrepreneurs should be cherished and helped.
Okay, nice. So, Hugo, thanks. There's a question. There is the reply from the one that asked you a questions. Hugo, again, thanks for the answer. We are a company of 15 people. I have my team, and I'm definitely moving to working on the business instead of in the business. That being said, we would love to grow our company further. So, in general, what is the best path for connecting with potential funding partners through email or LinkedIn? Is it annoying people for people like you when you get cold outreach by random companies?
Well, so there's a couple of things in this question, right? So first of all, I think that many companies or many startups, especially in Indonesia, confuse growth with funding. Right? If you look for funding, that's because you need the money. You've got a very strong plan to grow, which cannot be done without getting the money. But in many cases, the problem to growth is not necessarily money, right? There's many ways to grow. So actually, I've just started a new offering together with, because I'm also a partner in Bali Investment Club. So we're funding impact ventures or companies, startups that have a social or impact angle. And together with Tom, one of the partners there, we start the service to help companies scale up. So it's 15 is still slightly small, but maybe we can have a conversation. Normally it's around minimum 100 or 200 people. And then we have a program around the scaling up method. And basically there's 4 areas or 4 decisions that you need to make as an entrepreneur. So first one is people. Do I have the right people on board? If you have the right people, then the next question is, or this next decision is around strategy. So if I have the right people in my bus, where do I drive the bus? Right, so this is the direction. Once I know where I'm driving, where I'm going with my bus, the strategy, I have to execute. So execution is number 3. And if the right people have the right strategy and they execute very well, then it leads to cash. Right? You get money, and that money can go back into hiring more good people, which in turn you get a growth wheel. So at any time in your company growth, there will be a blocker in one of those 4 areas. So the key is figure out which one is the big thing that you have to work on, and what are the specifics in, for example, in people that you need to solve. But cash is just one of them. So most people think cash is what I need because all the startups get funding. I don't think that's always the right answer to the question. So that's one part which I get from Poppy's writing. What else? Yeah, the approach. Yeah, I mean, I think approaching people through email or LinkedIn, it depends on how you do that, right? So I'm always very easy to find online. So sometimes I get people that suddenly come in my WhatsApp and then start selling me, I don't know, trading in gold or something, and then I block them. Bitcoin. But I always think if the question is authentic and it's a question for help, and the person has also checked what's the background of the person that I approach and how can we have synergies, how can we help each other out, then I think that's like many people will reply, or you can get to somebody through a connection. I've learned, especially in Indonesia, everything is based on relationship. So it's better if you know Fitri and you would like to speak to me, then you ask Fitri and then she will introduce you. That's always a very good way to get in.
Yes, guys, if you want to talk with Hugo and then want to,
I mean, that was just an example.
No, but that's also for the real case, yeah, guys. If you want to start up and then you want to ask to Hugo, just I will bring Hugo to your company.
Okay. By the way, speaking about hiring, okay, Fitri, let's be friends. Yeah, a lot of people wants to have friends with Fitri. Okay, about hiring. Is it true that hiring competitors makes the competition under control? Do you think so?
Fitri, you want to answer that?
Fitri,
No.
do you think so? No?
I think no. I think now is era collaboration, not competitor. That's where mindset is. You can just collaboration with anything, but I think now it's not about competition, but in my opinion, yeah. But now it's about collaboration. You can just collab with anything, anyone.
Yeah, that's by the way, guys. You know, I met Hugo through Fitri. For you guys to know, I know Hugo from Fitri. Okay.
And you need to have a few connectors in your life that helps.
Yes, connecting people, right? So last closing statement, please, from Fitri first, maybe.
From me, I think just one sentence, and you need to keep kicking. You know, just keep kicking. If you like the football player, just keep kicking, and then don't stop. You just keep kicking for everything. Not only your business, but just for your life. Just keep kicking to reach your dream, guys.
All right. And from you, Hugo?
So I've got two things. One is Arnold asked a question, and I think, Arnold, you can contact me directly, and I answered that question because it's about agile transformation. And then with my statement, I want to also answer the question of Caroline, who asks how to open a business but not get bored quickly.
Yeah. Sorry,
this is a story. No, it's okay. It's a story of my life because I think as an entrepreneur, you always have new ideas. You want to do new stuff. And for me, it's a very big struggle to find a balance between focusing on one business and making that as big as it can be or you wish to be, and starting new stuff all the time, right? So if you get bored easily, the inclination is to keep doing new stuff all the time. But if you don't focus your attention and you do 6 things at the same time, nothing will grow. So I think it's about finding the balance. You need to keep yourself focused and stay with that one thing until it's reached the size that you want it to be, and not go into different directions all the time. Once you have reached a certain stage, so let's say you have $1 million in turnover, whatever, 5 million in funding, and you have a great team to operate it, then I think you could start spreading your risk by going into different opportunities, and then you could start new things. But I also think, I've learned you can start many improvements and new services within the business that you've started, and this keeps it interesting for an entrepreneur as well. So don't start a boring business, and then keep looking for stuff that can make it interesting for you as an entrepreneur, but don't lose focus. That's my answer and closing remark.
Okay, thank you so much. So guys, what we can, we already hear like this 1 hours about and how's the entrepreneur mindset, and then there's so many things that we got from these sessions. Well, I hope it will be, it will be valuable for you, valuable lesson for you, to hear from the perspective of Hugo and Fitri for today. Well, guys, thank you for today, but we don't go anywhere, because after this I'm going to call the next moderator for these sessions. And thank you, Hugo and Fitri. Bye. And
Thank you.
then
Bye-bye.
I'm going to call Nessie. Nessie, are you there? I'm going to call Nessie, and Nessie will continue the session for Founders Playdate. And hi, Nessie.
Hello, Mbak Ade. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Is it clear?
Yeah,
Because I think my
I can
internet
hear
connection
you.
is bad.
No, it's okay. I
Good.
can hear you. It's Nessie, guys, stick around. Nessie will host the next session. We will have, this is a very interesting session, the Founders Playdate, because I drag 2 of my best friends in this session. One is Zandy. Well, actually, Zandy from Yuna & Co. He's the one, like, when I go into the startup world, I discuss a lot with him, and he told me a lot of things about startups. And also the other one is the Farah. Farah is from FUM. She is one of my best friend. I crashed her apartment like a lot of times. And I guess Nessie, you will take it from here. Okay, guys, I'm signing off, but I'm going still in the room. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Ade, for the handover